If you've been following the feud between these two former friends, then you'll know that David Dobrik has been desperately trying to suggest that he had nothing to do with Jeff Wittek's accident. Jeff, on the other hand, has been desperately trying to tell everyone how terrible of a person David Dobrik truly is. In the latest bit of news, Jeff is claiming that Dobrik was collecting evidence to try and frame him while he was still in surgery. Back in 2020, YouTuber Jeff Wittek nearly lost his eye when he was injured in a Vlog Squad stunt. If you watch Jeff reacting to David speaking about the situation, you can get a really great idea of how things actually went down. For example, David claimed that they were only using the excavator to do some wakeboarding video, but that Jeff suggested that he get on and then David starts swinging him around. However, if you watch the videos leading up to the accident, then you'll know that Corinna Kopp had already done this, so clearly the idea was David's. David tried to then frame Jeff by sharing a screenshot of a message that he had sent while they were filming the stunt. When Dobrik addressed what happened on the podcast, he claimed that this day was the worst thing to have ever happened to him. He then showed a screen recording of an Instagram DM that Wittek sent where Jeff says, "Let's recreate this." Now, according to Jeff, he saw this video that 50 Cent shared of someone being tossed by an excavator literally as they were filming an excavator stunt. So he merely sent it to David to be like, "Look how crazy this is. We're literally doing this right now and I just saw it on my feed." And responding to these shared screenshots, Jeff also wrote on Twitter and said, "This is disturbing. David's own video proves 2 hours after the accident while I was being operated on, and he was the only one allowed in the hospital. He was screen recording stuff to frame me while others stayed outside and prayed. He was wiping his fingerprints off the gun." Then on top of that, he put another link in a tweet below that directs you to a Reddit conversation about the fact that there is a timestamp showing when David took this video. One person on the Reddit thread writes, "The accident happened so fast they were on the way to the hospital before Jason got back from the bathroom up the road. So he would have been sitting there wondering if Jeff was going to live or lose his eye and be disfigured forever and have brain damage. And that's when he decides to get dirt on Jeff to make himself look better? A literal sociopath. To me, the video doesn't even matter. I don't care if David and Jeff watched it and talked about it before Jeff got on the crane. That video is lightly moving the crane around so you can just be in the water. No different from using a normal rope swing. David is still the one that whipped it as fast as he could one-handed after he had already been operating it all day and had a feel for it like Jeff pointed out. This is 1000% on David." And many people were shocked, however, by how public this has all been. Another user writes, "Bro, keep this stuff off social media. Be an adult and talk to him about it, not us." Although on the flip side, some people believe that David Dobrik's fans need to know about the real David Dobrik. Ethan Klein from H3H3 podcast also agreed with Jeff Wittek's take on Dobrik planning to frame him and said, "I have a hard time seeing this any other way, to be honest." I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.